Chuck Todd is NBC's political director and moderator of Meet the Press. Chuck, it's great to see you. Good morning. So Haiti in the focus of the president right now. What to do there? Do we send in troops? Afghanistan, obviously, the president announcing it'll be August when all troops are out of there, just ahead of the 20th anniversary of 9/11. And now Russia, despite the warning President Biden gave President Putin about cyber attacks and ransomware at the Geneva summit, we see again and again these cyber attacks. A phone call this week. What are the options left to President Biden beyond these warnings he seems to give Putin?
Well, I think starting with Putin, by the way, this is a reminder, there's some foreign policy issues you bring on yourself, Afghanistan. Some are ones that just pop up. Look at Haiti. Look, as for Russia right now, it seems as if the ball's clearly in Putin's court. This phone call, he reiterates the warning that he gave face to face. And so now it's a matter of time. It's pretty clear this is Putin testing Biden to see, okay, let's see what the or else really is. And so now over the next couple of weeks, we're going to find out what that is. And administration officials have said some of it we'll see, some of it we won't. But we'll find out, Willie, will it actually be a deterrent? And I think that's the goal here. Find a policy that establishes a deterrent and makes Russia think twice about being a safe haven for these guys. So far, we've not figured out what that deterrence line is.
Yeah, Vladimir Putin doesn't seem to respond to these warnings, so what else is left in the toolbox? Maybe we're about to find out. Let's bring it back home, Chuck, and talk about voting rights. The Texas legislature is gathering this week, perhaps to pass a law, a more restrictive voting law. We're seeing it across the country. President Biden himself will speak about voting rights in Philadelphia this week. Where is this headed, and how different may our elections be at these midterms next year?
Well, look, if in close elections, we're going to have a lot of unresolved fights. You know, that's the thing. Any election decided by less than a percentage point, particularly in these states where changes to the administration of election law has changed. You know, these are a hurdle to voting can be overcome no matter how high they build the hurdle. And in fact, you know, I'm one of those who believes that what Republicans are doing here, they're doing the work for the Democrats, meaning they're helping to get out the vote. But the real problem that Democrats haven't really figured out how to fight is the changing of the administrative laws, the changing of who decides which votes count. And this is where I think there's been a failure of congressional Democratic leadership, Willie. Where is the Voting Rights Act? They've had majority in the House since 2018. Why is this piece of legislation not already written, not already passed? Where is it? They spent so much time on this press release of H.R. 1. Where are they on the Voting Rights Act? That is what could give them the teeth to fight these laws, and they're way behind on this.
Yeah, I think they're looking for some Republican help that may never come on that. Chuck, thanks so much. We'll be watching Meet the Press this morning when Chuck is joined by the chair of the Senate Armed Services Committee, Democratic Senator Jack Reed of Rhode Island.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.